they've had a terrible year. Phoenix Suns. They are, I think they're right on the outside, and I think Dallas is hanging on to that last spot. Mind
I
you,
think it's
AD
Phoenix.
is back. Oh, Phoenix took over? Okay, so
Yeah,
pretty
they took
much for
over.
the 10th spot, that last play-in spot is between the Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks with an
That's
AD
funny.
now. So it's it sucks that, Kyrie went down as soon as AD is coming back. Um, because that would definitely be that would be the team that I'd go with. But it kind of makes things a little bit interesting now because do you think that Phoenix can sneak in and actually become a terror like a tyrant in the playoffs?
Like in the playoffs. Oh my gosh. You see, it's like the LeBron Luca thing I'm trying to say. It's like when you have KD, it's like you don't want to say no, right? Because you're just like KD can drop 30. Then you got Devin Booker. Then you got Bradley Beal. Like the fact that they're even 10th in the West is mind-boggling to me. Like it's crazy to me. Um, the only optimism I can find in this Phoenix Suns team was I don't know if you recall at the beginning of the season they were like 9-1 or something like that. Like on a
Yeah,
11 game stretch, they were like 9-1 or 10-1 or something like that.
very early in the season. Yeah,
Very early in the season, and then KD went out. I think he got injured for a bit, and then they kind of just he came back, and then that's where Ish just went left. So
yeah,
like there was a little bit of a sample size where we saw them playing winning basketball, where they were beating teams and stuff like that. If I can recall though, those games were kind of close,
they were
and it
close
took
games.
yeah, they were close games, and KD kind of had to help them kind of
Yep.
win those games and stuff like that. But they were still winning. A win's a win. You know what I'm trying to say? And
Hmm.
so and plus, you got Budenholzer, who's a championship coach. It's like this is crazy work, bro. This is crazy talk, bro. Like, yo, we can't talk about anybody else breaking up their team unless we talk about Phoenix first. Because if they don't even make the playoffs, bro, like
Yeah.
this team's got to break up, bro. But I don't know, man. Because even last year when they got swept by the Timberwolves last year. I was shocked, bro. I was like, what?
Yeah.
How? You know what
Oh
I'm trying to
yeah.
say? I was like, how? So so I think their ceiling is probably if they were to stay 10th, beat the Sacramento Kings in that 10-9 game. I think they're better than Sacramento, even though Sacramento is playing pretty decently, but they're still ninth, so it's not that great. And then lose to that Timberwolves Warriors matchup right now because I think the Clippers leapfrog to six right now. So I think
Mm.
it's Golden State 7, Timberwolves 8, Sacramento 8, ninth, sorry, and then Phoenix. So yeah, Phoenix will probably losing that, but I don't see them making the playoffs. I'd be shocked.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Between those teams, yeah, because they need to pack it in. They need to pack it in because
This guy's fucking idiot.
like at this point it's such a far-fetched, dream to even like continue the torture. You know what I mean? Like it's like fighting for life, knowing you're gonna die like if you don't die tomorrow, you're gonna die a week from now. Why why
Yeah,
prolong the pain just
just
to
put
be
them down.
even disappointed? Yeah, just give it up. Start your vacation a little bit early because this year has been a right like you can't fix things this deep into the season. You look at Philadelphia, you look at teams that were supposed to do good and, ridden with injuries and lack of, communication, lack of teamwork. You got to split it up and just call it just leave it at 82 games. We don't need
This guy's-
give that spot to Dallas because they're building something like, they at least like each other over there. They have some serious issues and they could potentially be a good team. So, yeah, yeah,
do
I
you,
think it's
do you think oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna say. Do you think? Sorry, my bad. Do you think it's a talent issue on Phoenix, or do you think there's stuff going on in the locker room, or like guys don't like each other, or it's just a fit? Because, bro, I get it. Sometimes when you have two or three guys that do the same thing, it's kind of hard to kind of be successful. Dallas kind of had a growing pains with Kyrie and Luca before they kind of figured it out. But this is 2 years in now, and they still haven't figured it out. So, but their talent is amazing. Do you think it's that, or like, do you think there's stuff going behind the scenes that these guys maybe don't like each other, or like they don't respect each
I
other?
don't
Because
I don't think
it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think it's a personal dislike. I think they just know that they don't complement each other. Like I think it's they don't like how each other plays the game. Like I don't think they like the coaching. Like you know what I mean? I don't think the coach
Yeah,
likes what certain players are doing on the court. Like they may be great guys outside the locker room, but you already see KD with the dislike between his team and the coach. Like so he almost acts like he's a smarter basketball player than everyone that he's playing with. You know what I mean? Yeah, he probably is realistically, but
yeah, yeah.
that I think it doesn't really go beyond the basketball court. I think they just don't like each other as teammates
Teammates.
and basketball players. Um, and one person that would is going to definitely set the tone would be KD, right? When it comes to that, and he's been a vocal, like like you hear LeBron talk about things after the fact, but when he's in the midst of it, and you even heard him say it, like he just really tries to be an example and just keep that. Like he's a great coworker from what it looks like. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't think KD would be as much. So I think that's really what it boils down to. I think there's a lack of communication. I think there's a disconnect with playing styles. I think there's
yeah.
a lack of synergy, everything, right? So it doesn't matter how great you are if you can't come together and do like create greatness, then it's not going to work out. So I think it's really
Fuck.
just that they really just need to go their own separate ways. Booker is probably the only one that should stay, and Beal has the right to control where he lands up if he ends up anywhere. But he should leave as well. But
If I'm Booker, yo, I'm telling him to trade me, bro.
yeah,
I'm telling you
is his
because
contract up?
bro, he's like I know it's not his contract's not up, but I'm saying like in the sense of like, bro, we were in the NBA Finals in 2021.
Yeah.
Now we're fighting for a playing spot. Like we might, because I think Phoenix and the Mavericks are tied for 10th, but Phoenix owns the tiebreaker. But still, like you're tied with a team that has no like AD's back, but like they have no real stars on that team. Like this
Yeah,
team, like bro, if I'm Devin Booker, like okay, I tried it. I tried it out. You
he
tried
did.
it. It's not working.
Yeah.
KD, even if you trade KD this season, I don't think the value you're going to get back because his contract's up next season is going to be that great because he can just walk. Bradley
Hmm.
Beal has no trade clause, so unless you're trading him to a team like he wants to go to, like how does this team even get better? They have no draft picks. They barely control any of their draft picks, whether they trade them away or they have to swap them if they're worse. So if I'm Bradley, I'm sorry, not Bradley Beal. Sorry, if I'm Devin Booker, especially like I'm chucking the deuces up, bro. I'm like, yo, send me what, yo, I'm out too, bro. Like, trade me.
True. Yeah, I know it's been long for him, and he has every right to. Like, you see players do it way quicker,
Yeah,
with more success. So I think it's fair.
facts,
I
facts.
think it's
Yo,
fair.
that's so facts, bro. That's so facts.